Hello, my name is Ike Nahem. I'm an organizer for the International U.S.-Cuba Normalization Conference Coalition. That's a long name for an organization that has existed, that came together, activists in the Cuba Solidarity Movement at the time of the beginning of the pandemic in March 2020. We were planning to have an international conference in New York City to protest the U.S. blockade, to protest the policies against Cuba that have been deepened under the Trump and now the Biden administration. We're still doing that work in what may be the post pandemic era, but in any case, out of that period of time and the conference that was scheduled for 2020, we had to suspend and postpone that, and we went, like the rest of the world, into a more or less lockdown mode and taking advantage of the Zoom technology and the ability to organize across border in terms of US and Canada, across hemisphere and internationally, to build and expand the reach and influence of the international Cuba Solidarity Movement. We did last spring, we had a number of virtual, hybrid, and many webinars building our movement through the new technologies. We did have a physical conference that was also attended by 800 or so people worldwide through the streaming that we did, but several hundred people attended the conference that we did finally hold last March at the Fordham School of Law, Fordham University campus, Lincoln Center campus, that was very successful and has given a boost to the broad range of Cuba solidarity activity across the United States, Canada, the hemisphere, and internationally going into this fall, where there will be a number of important activities and momentum to continue to put pressure on the Biden administration and the Blinken State Department to end the unjust and brutal U.S. economic and political war against Cuba. This fall, Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel will be addressing the United Nations General Assembly at the same time that he's completed an international tour of many countries, including attendance at the BRICS Summit, South Africa, Mozambique, Angola, as part of building pressure against the blockade. So he'll be coming into New York for the United Nations activities in the middle of September. October 6th is a commemoration of the downing the terrorist attack on Cubana 455 jetliner in 1976 by U.S.-based and connected terrorists that never were brought to justice in this atrocious terrorist attack that killed 76, I believe, Cubans, including the entire Cuban Olympic fencing team. This is going to be commemorated at the initiative of CARICOM, the Caribbean Community, Caribbean and Latin American Solidarity Networks, and the U.S.-Cuba Normalization Conference. So we're hoping to see, in the spirit of local, regional, and activities against the blockade, such as the June 25th activities during that week initiated by the National Network on Cuba to get Cuba off the Cuban terrorist list, and culminating in the UN vote against the blockade that brings the entire world community against this horrible U.S. policy. So anyway, thank you. This is, again, Ike Nahem speaking for the International U.S. Cuba Normalization Conference Coalition. Thank you very much.